If this video has found you, I really believe it's not by accident. I don't think you're here randomly, and I don't think these words are reaching you by chance. I think God knew exactly where you'd be right now, exactly how tired your heart feels, exactly how many questions you're carrying, and He wanted you to hear this today. I just want you to take a breath with me for a moment. You don't have to fix anything right now. You don't have to be strong right now. You can just be here. I know how heavy waiting can feel. I know how discouraging delays can be. I've been there too, praying, hoping, believing, and still wondering why nothing seemed to move. There were seasons in my life where I loved God deeply, but I didn't understand His timing at all. I thought I was being forgotten. I thought maybe I had done something wrong, and maybe that's how you're feeling right now. But I want you to know something gently and clearly. God is not late. He has never been late, and He is not ignoring you. Sometimes God is doing His deepest work in the quiet seasons, the ones where nothing looks like it's changing, the ones where answers don't come quickly, the ones where you feel like you're growing tired of being patient. I know that space hurts. I know it feels unfair, but I've learned slowly and sometimes through tears that delay does not mean denial. There were things I begged God for before I was ready to carry them. There were blessings I wanted that would have crushed me if they had arrived too soon. God had to teach me patience first. He had to heal parts of my heart first. He had to strengthen my faith first. And at the time, I didn't understand why He was asking me to wait. Maybe that's where you are, doing the right things, trying to trust God, still showing up, still believing, but feeling tired inside. If that's you, please hear this with tenderness. Your obedience matters even when you don't see results yet. Your faith matters even when answers feel far away. God sees every quiet prayer you've whispered, every tear you've cried when no one else noticed. Your struggle is not wasted. Your pain is not pointless. God is shaping you in ways you can't see yet. I know it's hard to believe when you're in the middle of it. I know it's hard to trust when things don't make sense. But sometimes God allows pressure because He's producing something stronger in you. Sometimes He allows waiting because He's protecting you. Sometimes He allows suffering because healing is coming in a deeper way than you ever imagined. You're not falling behind. You're not broken beyond repair. You're not too late for God's plan. Even when you feel weak, God is steady. Even when your faith feels small, God is faithful. Even when you don't understand the path, He already sees the outcome. I remember nights when I talked to God like a friend, not with fancy words, just honesty. I told Him I was tired. I told Him I didn't understand, and He met me there, not with loud answers, but with quiet peace. A peace that didn't remove the problem right away, but reminded me I wasn't alone. And you're not alone either. God is close to you right now, closer than you think. He's walking with you through this season, even if it doesn't feel like it. He's holding your heart gently. He's preparing you for something meaningful, something that will make sense later, even if it hurts now. So don't give up. Don't stop trusting. Don't stop believing that God is working behind the scenes. Let Him strengthen you in the waiting. Let Him heal you in the silence. Let Him grow you in ways that will carry you into the next chapter. You don't have to rush. You don't have to compare your journey to anyone else's. God's timing for you is personal, intentional, and full of love. I'm praying that peace would settle over your heart tonight, that hope would quietly rise again, that you'd feel God's presence reminding you that you are seen, known, and deeply loved. And if you need to hear this again tomorrow, that's okay. Come back, stay connected. You don't have to walk this road alone. God is with you, and so am I. Before we continue, I just want to pause for a moment and speak to you honestly, heart to heart, not as someone above you, not as an expert, not as a preacher, just as a woman who cares deeply about this space and about you. Creating these messages has always come from a place of love and obedience. It's never been about numbers or recognition. It's been about showing up even on the days when it's hard and trusting that God would lead the right person here at the right time. But I want to be transparent with you. YouTube has demonetized this channel. That means these videos no longer earn revenue from ads. Even though we continue to pour our time, prayer, energy, and hearts into every word you hear. I'm sharing this not to pressure you and not to make you feel obligated in any way. Truly. I believe God provides and I trust Him fully. But I also believe in honesty and in letting you know what's happening behind the scenes. If you feel led, and only if you feel led, you can support this channel by joining our Patreon or through the PayPal link in the pinned comment. Your support helps keep this space alive. It allows us to continue creating these quiet, comforting messages for you. Messages meant to meet you in your hardest moments, your late nights, your seasons of waiting. And if you can't give financially, please know this with absolute clarity. You are still deeply valued here. Sharing these videos, leaving a comment, even just listening, like it all matters more than you might realize. Every kind word, every message saying, "This helped me," every prayer you whisper for this space, it gives us strength to keep going. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing these words into your life. Thank you for reminding us that what we create matters. Now, let's continue. If you're still listening, I believe God has more He wants to gently place on your heart. You may be in a season where life feels quieter than you expected, where prayers seem unanswered, where progress feels slow. And sometimes in those seasons, the enemy tries to convince you that nothing is happening, that your faith isn't working, that God has moved on, that you've been left behind. But I want to tell you something softly, lovingly, and with deep conviction. God is still working even when you can't see it. There were moments in my own life where everything looked still on the outside, but God was doing surgery on my heart on the inside, removing fear, uprooting pride, teaching me surrender, teaching me trust, teaching me how to rely on Him instead of my own understanding. And those lessons didn't feel gentle at the time. They felt uncomfortable. They felt slow. They felt lonely. But looking back, I see how necessary they were. Maybe God is doing something similar in you right now. Maybe He's asking you to slow down so you can hear Him more clearly. Maybe He's asking you to let go of control so He can lead. Maybe He's strengthening your faith in ways that won't make sense until later. And I know waiting can feel like suffering. I know uncertainty can feel unbearable, but God does not abandon His children in the waiting. He walks with them through it. If your heart feels tired, please hear this. Rest is not quitting. Pausing is not failing. Needing reassurance does not mean you lack faith. Even Jesus rested. Even Jesus withdrew to quiet places. Even Jesus wept. So if you're weary, let yourself breathe. Let yourself rest in God's presence without trying to earn anything. You don't need to perform for Him. You don't need to impress Him. You are already loved. I want you to remember something important. God's silence does not mean absence. Sometimes He is quiet because He's close. Sometimes He is quiet because He's working deeply, not loudly. You may not feel strong right now, but strength isn't always loud. Sometimes strength looks like getting up again. Sometimes it looks like choosing hope when it would be easier to give up. Sometimes it looks like listening to a message like this and letting yourself believe just a little bit more that God still has a plan. And He does. Your life is not on hold. Your story is not over. This chapter is not wasted. Even the tears you've cried in secret, God has seen every single one. He is near to the brokenhearted. He is gentle with those who are hurting. He does not rush healing. He nurtures it. I want to speak hope into you right now. What feels delayed is not denied. What feels broken is not beyond repair. What feels confusing is not without purpose. God is preparing you for something that requires the version of you you're becoming right now. And even if you don't understand it yet, one day you will. I've learned that God often builds character before He brings clarity. He strengthens roots before He allows growth to show, and deep roots are what allow us to stand when storms come. So if you're in a season where nothing seems to be happening, maybe God is growing roots. Trust Him, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And please remember, you don't walk this journey alone. God is with you, and there are others walking similar paths, even if you can't see them. I'm truly grateful you're here. I'm grateful you took the time to listen. I'm grateful you allowed these words to meet you where you are. If this message brought you comfort, peace, or hope, I invite you, gently, to stay connected. Share this with someone who might need it. Leave a comment if you feel led. And if you choose to support this channel in any way, know that it helps us continue showing up for you. May God cover you with peace tonight. May He strengthen your heart in the waiting. May He remind you that you are deeply loved, deeply seen, and never forgotten. You matter. Your faith matters. Your story matters. And I'm so glad you're here.